Okay, so our today's session is again the continuation of yesterday's session, that is on the introduction to the Microsoft project. So I'll proceed with sharing my screen. It's 11 o'clock was the time actually, so we will not wait for the people. We'll start off the session, and then as and when anyone joins, they can join. Now, this is the agenda for today. MSP default menus, what are those? Task, resource, report, project, view, help, Gantt chart format. So that is the basically the understanding. Then understanding backstage view, starting a new project file, Gantt chart view, zoom slider, and difference between Gantt table, Gantt chart. So this is the agenda. Now I'll start directly with the software. Yesterday we had seen about the basic things. So before I start, I would like to discuss whether anyone did they get any time to see the presentation or the PDF yesterday from yesterday till now? Has anyone seen the PDF? No one has seen the PDF. Okay, not an issue. Fine. So we'll continue with our syllabus after this. Now MSP default menus. So first, for what is that? First, let me open the project from here. I'm opening the project right now in the computer mode. I am not opening it in the connected mode. This is, I'll come to this area. So first thing is the online help. So if you want to use the online help menu, this is the online help menu here. Click on the online help here. And here if you click, then it will open the Microsoft page. The support.microsoft.com. Basically, Microsoft support.microsoft.com is the main website where you can get most of the queries answered. Many queries you can get them answered there. So here there is a difference between the Microsoft 365 and Office 2021 and Office 2010 to 19. So here various articles are there which can be studied, and with these articles you can gain some insights into what this software actually does. So this is one thing. Now next thing was here. Now we'll go to the default menus. Okay, what is a task? So first, for that thing, let me just open a blank project. I will click on blank project here. Once I click on blank project here, so this is the task name. Here you can input the task names. So here, this is the menu system. This, my cursor is visible to everyone, right? This cursor, what I'm showing it here. This whole thing is known as the ribbon. See, customize the ribbon. If I right click here, you will say customize the ribbon, collapse the ribbon. So I can say collapse the ribbon. If I say collapse the ribbon, this ribbon will collapse. So once the ribbon collapses, I will have more space to work over here. So that is the basic advantage of collapsing the ribbon. So I will have more space to work. And then if I double click on this area, then I will have some more space to, like, then I can access the commands from here. The first command here is, yes, task, resource, report, project, view, help, Gantt chart format. This is the format. So in task, if you see, this is the Gantt chart view, what we have over here. If I type, first thing what is very important is, in 95% to 98% of the cases, we will always use automatically scheduled task. We normally don't use the manually scheduled task. So new task, I will click here and I will go to auto scheduled. So here I will make all these tasks as auto scheduled. Then I will make this as task 1, task 2. Let me just save it like this. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, sorry. So this is the way I'll just input the tasks here. Now I will just say, so this is showing as 1 day question mark. Am I right? So question mark is nothing but known as the estimated duration. That is known as the estimated duration. Estimated means we don't know what the duration is, so we are putting it as 1 day question mark. That is what this thing tells us. Sorry. So I can link these tasks also. I can select this, and then here there is a button called as link the selected tasks. So if I link them, all these are linked with a finish to start relationship. Here this comes as a finish to start, and this is known as the Gantt chart. So basically, mainly what is said is this area is my, if you see my cursor, this area is known as the Gantt chart. This area is known as the Gantt table. So between the Gantt table and Gantt chart, the difference is in the Gantt table you will enter the data, and based on what data you enter in the Gantt table, your Gantt chart is appearing. So this is how the thing comes. Now, task resource. So in the task, you have various commands. You have paste, you have format painter, and these are the commands in the clipboard. Again, these are the views. This is Gantt chart view, then calendar view. If I come to the calendar view, then I can see this is the calendar, and this is the way for every day wise the you can see. Network diagram view. In yesterday's session, we were seeing the network diagram, if the people are aware. So this is the network diagram view. Then this is a resource sheet view. So in this, so first you just have a look at the views: resource usage view, resource form view, resource graph view. So these are the various different types of views what you have. Let me come back to the Gantt chart view. And this is again the font. This you have in MS, same thing as you have in MS Excel or MS Word or PowerPoint. Same way this is thing. And this is the schedule and this is the tasks. Here if you go, if you come to the task from here also you can add a new task. Let us say if I forgot to add any task in middle, I will right click, I will click on this here until it becomes like this. Click on this and then task. So new task is added over here. And then I can make this as, let us say, task 1.1 or whatever. I can just put this. So actually, I would request all the team members to switch on their camera so that I know like people are able to follow. So I would request people to switch on their camera. That would make the session more fruitful. Okay, so these are the properties. Properties means if I just go here to any task, if I click on this information button, then I will get the information for that task. So this is the task information: general, predecessors, resources, advanced, notes, custom fields. Like here you can put give the various information for that task. So we going into the in-depth of this, we'll go into the next session. But for the time being, you understand that this is how the information, this is the menu system. And then scroll to task means this is again very important. If I'm on this Gantt chart, if I come here, or yeah, I can say scroll to task. Like if the Gantt chart is little bigger, like let me just come here, zoom slider and scroll bar. If I will just tell this, zoom slider is this, where you will be able to zoom in and zoom out. Zoom out is this, and zoom in. I will click here, zoom in. Now this Gantt chart has gone to the left side. It has gone outside the viewable area. Am I right? So one option is I can take the scroll bar and drag here and do this like this. But the other better option is I will come to this task, any task here, say scroll to task here. Scroll to task, then my Gantt chart comes. Then my Gantt chart is visible. So this is a very handy option. This is a very wonderful option where you can get directly you can see the Gantt chart here. Now next thing was, okay, so resources, if you see here, you have various options here. One thing is like assign resources, you can assign the resources, resource pool you can do, and then details, if you click on this, resource form appears. So these all we will discuss in detail in the later session, but right now just understand that resource will tell you about the resources part of the like PWA, like this desktop client. You can level a resource also. Next thing is the reports. In reports, you will have new reports, you will have dashboards. So then you have resources reports, then you have cost reports, cash flow. If let us say I click on the cash flow, my cash flow appears. Again, let me come to the report. Then getting started, custom reports, recent reports, and then task boards. If I come to the visual reports, here it will, if I select here months, this is my monthly cash flow report I can get from here. So I can say baseline cost report if I select and select month. Then if I view this, it will give me the report in Excel. So it is saying opening Excel. So this is the report in Excel. Right now it is coming, the data is 0 here and there is no graph over here because I have not added any resources. There is no cost in the schedule or this. So assignment usage also here, all data is 0 here. So if you see the pivot table over here, the entire data is coming here as 0. But once if I enter any data, then I will let me just enter data here. I can't change this data table, right? Because it is derived from the MS Project system itself. So we can't do anything here. So if any data is entered there, then you will get a perfect report over here. So let me close this. Then project, again in project you can see project information, manage sprints. So these are the various options. In view, you can again see in task view, task also I was having this view option wherein I can see all these types of views. In view also I have this option wherein I can see all these types of, go to the more views and I can see all these types of views. So I can access the views from both areas. So again, network diagram, I can come to the Gantt chart. So this is the way. And in the help section, yes, you can say help, feedback, show training, what's new. In Gantt chart format, again, in Gantt chart format, you can format the Gantt chart bar. Gantt chart, how you can format, like this is, by default, you have this light blue color bars. If I want, I can make it as dark blue, like this color change I can do. Styles I can change. I think you can see the colors changing, right? Whichever way the management feels, we can change the colors and we can present it. So I'm setting it back to these are the presentation styles, scheduling styles, presentation styles. And now next thing is, this is the baseline. You have up to 11 baselines in MS Project. Once you are setting a baseline, we'll discuss that also. This is again format bar style. Format bar in the sense I can select the bar shape, I can select the bar text. Yeah, right now, right on the right it says resource names, right? So let me just come to the, what is my next topic here? Understanding at a backstage view. Starting a new project file we have seen. This we have seen. Gantt chart view we have seen. Backstage view I have to cover now. Zoom slider and scroll bar we have seen. Gantt table and Gantt chart we have seen. Now I will come to the 3 buttons on bottom right. Okay, fine. 3 or 4 buttons, right? So sorry, my bad. It's 4 buttons. It's not 3 buttons. One is this Gantt chart. Second one is the task usage, wherein you will be understanding like what is the how the task is usage is planned. Next one is team planner view, and the last one here is resource sheet. So in resource sheet, let me add Varun Kumar Gupta. Let us say is a resource. So here we have 3 types of resources: work, material, and cost. We'll see the difference in later session. Right now, let us say the assignment is 100%. And I will come back to my Gantt chart here from the bottom and come here, resource name. So let us say for this task 2, I will assign Varun Kumar Gupta. Now Varun Kumar Gupta has come. So here my name appears in the right side. That is what that means. That format bar means at the right the resource name is coming. So you have the option, you have the liberty. At the left you can put anything else also. You can put like percentage work complete, percentage complete, cost, anything. All these columns will appear at the top, at the bottom, inside. So these are the various options in which you can put anything you want, and then we can proceed accordingly. So this is how it moves, right? Now the next thing is we will go to the backstage view, right? So this is So we have seen these options now: task, resource, report, project, view, help, and Gantt chart format. So what I would request is once the team is allotted the software also from our side, then you please explore these options also as much as possible, and then we can discuss where you have the doubts or where you're getting stuck. Okay, next thing is file. This is the backstage view. Backstage view means here I have the home where the blank projects I can open. These are the recent projects. These are the pinned projects. Pinned projects means if there is some very important project, I can pin that project and then I can see that project from there. So pin files you want to easily find later. That is what is given here. Click the pin icon that appears once you hover over a file, right? So this is how I can do the pin projects also. Now, sorry. So this is for a new project. Again, in new project, we can search for online templates. You have wonderful templates given by Microsoft here. So let us say, if I say, come to projects, then I have all these software development plan, create a budget, commercial construction, residential construction, new business plan. So let me just try for manufacturing, which is our this thing. Acha, so there is nothing in Microsoft has not given anything for us for the manufacturing field. But yes, so industry wise, if you see, you can find a lot of different types of software. So if I click on any plan, let us say if I click on what do you want to click? That if I click on residential construction, and then if I select this date as start date as today, one thing is I can select the start date as the next, let us say 25th I can select. I will say create, then it will download the template and here my schedule appears. Then I will have the possibility of working on the schedule. So all this predecessor is appearing here, predecessor of this activity, and then this is the predecessor successor. So this is how this appears. I'll just close this. I will not save any changes. So this is the way actually once you go to the file menu. So once you go to the new menu, you will have thousands of online templates wherein we can search anything. So let me just search if we get something for inverter. Okay, fine. Microsoft has not kept anything for inverter, but they have kept something for software development plan. They have kept for installing project server, and they have kept for other things. So we don't have a ready-made schedule for inverter, unfortunately, or anything like maybe let me say UPS. Okay, we don't have. This is something else. Okay, this is not related to our UPS. So we will have to create our own projects only. Maybe we don't have any option here. But if something else, you can always get marketing. People can get some marketing project here, marketing research. This is how the online templates they work. Now next is open. From open, you can again here you can open the projects in info. If you go to the manage accounts, here you can add your account, remove an account. This is possible. And then save as means save as we know very well how it works in Excel or PowerPoint or this. The same way it works here. Then you can print your project. But if you're printing your project, this is the way the graph appears. Landscape, I will just change it to A4 sheet and then print entire project. Page setup, I will just try to see. View, print all sheet columns or page, and then I will adjust it to 100, fit to one page wide by one page tall. If I say, if I do like this, now my Gantt chart appears entirely in this one page itself. So that's what I will try to do. Share I can do, we can sync it. Export, I can export it, save project as a file. Then if I close this, then this window will close, right? Save changes, I'll just do cancel. If I come to file again, account. Now this is again an important thing. Right now I'm having Microsoft Project Online desktop client. So, and this license belongs to me, is it is licensed to me. So this project online desktop client is something which will actually be able to connect to the PWA. PWA, what we are seeing, the online version of the Microsoft project, if it's in like layman terms that way. So this only desktop client can connect. The Microsoft project standard cannot connect to the PWA. So feedback is something, okay, this is something we don't require. And options, if I go, then this is file options. In this is general options. So feature description in screen tips. This is one thing. Now, if I just say okay to this, if I just come and hover over an icon, I will just come and leave it here. It is showing me Gantt chart. Is everyone able to read this? Like switch to Gantt chart view, click the arrow to see a different view. So this is how I will be able to see. If I again go to file, I go to options, general, show feature description I had selected earlier. I will say don't select feature description in stream tips this time. I'm just showing the demo of all the three types of this thing. Okay, this time what happened? Only Gantt chart appears. The description of that doesn't appear. What was coming, right? Now I will come back to file again. I will go to option, uh, and then I will come to don't show screen tips, and then I will say okay. Now if I come to here and just keep the icon, keep my mouse pointer there, nothing is appearing here on the Gantt chart. So this is the difference. I'll change it back to the original setting here, file options in general, show feature description in screen tips, and default view is Gantt chart with timeline. This is what it is. I can change it to any of the available views here. And date format is again like this. I can change the date format also if I want, because if I want another type of date format, I can do that. If just let me see. See, it is showing like this. Just a minute. I will say okay. So it is showing Wednesday 12809. I will say okay. So this is the way it is showing the date here. If I come to file options, general, if I want, this is actually what this is MMDDYY. I don't want it like this. I want it in Indian system DDMMYY. So the available format, I can say the nearest closest to that is, let us say this one, DD, or like, okay, where this is clear to me. Let me select this, January 20th, 2009. Okay. Let me select okay. So now this where the date comes. So it is very clear to everybody that what type of date it is. This is the file options. Now the next thing in options is the display. To display, we have the Gregorian calendar symbol. This is currencies is in like decimal digits up to 2. Currency is in US dollars. So I can change it to INR also. Indian rupees. I will change it to INR. It becomes like 1 rupee. It is showing here. So show indicators. Entry bar, if I want, I can keep. If I'll just tick mark this, I'll say okay. So my entry bar appears. Now this entry bar is actually very helpful many times when you're typing the data here. Then this entry bar, you will come to this entry bar and it becomes very helpful here. Next again, if I come to this file option and schedule. So here again, we have a host of options. So again, I would request you to explore these options, what these options are and how the difference comes. Proofing, you have save option. So you have language. Language is again, their advanced options are there. Customize ribbon you have here. Customize ribbon, I can transfer command from here to here. That is possible. Then quick access toolbar I have. I can come quick transfer command from here to here. If let us say this is copy, I will say add. So it is adding from here to here. I will say okay, and here this copy is added. This is my quick access toolbar. I will show this below the ribbon normally. If you keep it below the ribbon, it is helpful to access the commands in an easy manner. This is my quick access toolbar. This whole thing is my ribbon. In ribbon, you have this file is the backstage view, task, resource, report, project, view, help, and chat format. All these things you have it in the ribbon. Next thing is file. Let me come to the options again. This again, this is related to admin issues, trust center and all. This is not required for us. So mainly these are the options which we can play around. So this is how it is. And so default views we have seen, understanding backstage view we have seen, starting a new project file we have seen, examining the Gantt chart view we have seen, zoom slider we have seen, and scroll bar, difference between three buttons we have seen. Right, next topic is project information. So now, how do you begin a new project? When you are starting a new project, it is very important you go to the project information. And in project information, you have to enter the start date of the project. See, never ever, what I request with my humble request to everybody, in this start and finish, never ever enter dates directly. Never enter like this, and this way if you enter. So this is the way it will show you a planning wizard. So like it is like Microsoft project is scolding you for doing a wrong thing. So in another words, so I'll say cancel, or I will just showcase if what happens if I enter the date directly here and move the task or something. If I say okay, see here a date constraint comes. This task start no earlier than constraint. This is in the indicator column. A date constraint comes. So I don't want a date constraint. I will double click this, and then I always want it to be without date constraints. I will say advanced as soon as possible. So I will remove the date constraint. So in project information, when I go, this is my first step. Project information. Here I will enter the start date and schedule from project start date. So in 90%, 90 to 95% of the cases, we schedule from the project start date only. But there may be some 1 or 2% cases where we have to schedule from project finish date. So if I say schedule from project finish date, can anyone give an example of schedule from project finish date? Yesterday we discussed. Anybody? Okay, let me give a small example. So schedule from project finish date can be like 31st December New Year party, or it can be like our Diwali celebrations, or it can be our Dashera or Navratri celebrations. So whatever date you have, on that particular date only it has to happen. Like if 31st December New Year party is there, it has to happen on 31st December only. It cannot happen before that, it cannot happen after that. In such cases, we will schedule it from project finish date. But in 90 to 95% cases, we should do it from project start date only. So if I say start date is, let us say 10th, I can record my past project also, no? If for historical information, 10th January. But current date will stay as today's date only. Status date will be right now it will come as NA. Status date will come when you set the baseline. And here calendar you can select, you have three calendars, 24 hours, night shift and standard. So this is the calendar. Now this is how I will say okay. It start now all these dates have become starting from 10th January. So I can select this. Acha. So meeting will be ending in 10 minutes because this is a not a licensed version of Zoom. So what I would request everyone is once, since our session is for an hour, once the meeting ends after 10 minutes, then you join again for another 20 minutes. Right. So we have seen what is the quick access toolbar. Now the next thing is, yeah, so project information also we have seen. We have seen the ribbon also. Now next thing is the mini toolbar. Mini toolbar is if I come here, if I right click here, cut cell, copy cell, paste special, scroll to task. So scroll to task, my Gantt chart appears here. I'll come here, I'll say scroll to task, again the Gantt chart appears. Right click, insert task, delete task. See, inactive task. Yesterday, like somebody was asking the question about that. So how do you say that when a task you don't want? How will you manage that? So you will say inactivate task, and this task is cancelled. So this is how you can say, and I can remove that inactivate task also. So this is the mini toolbar. Manually schedule, auto schedule, assign resources, and then information. If I right click here, I will get the information, and then say oh, cancel here, right click here, add to timeline. So right now the timeline is removed. I'll say view and I'll introduce the timeline again, and then I'll come here Right now, timeline, this is the timeline. In the timeline, you don't have any of the task right now. So I'll just come here, right click here and say add to timeline. This is task 3, add to timeline here. Now task 3 is appearing. If I come to task 1, say add to timeline, task 1 appears. If I want to add all these tasks to timeline, I will come here, select, right click here, add to timeline, then all these tasks are coming on the timeline. Now you will ask me what is the advantage of the timeline, what is the use of the timeline. So yes, so the use of the timeline is I can come here, I can say right click here, I can say copy timeline for email, for presentation, for full size. So if I say for presentation, I will just copy this timeline. I can come to an Excel sheet or wherever, and I can Excel or maybe presentation also. I can paste the timeline here, or I can paste this timeline in an email also. So if let us say you are giving a report to your top management of your organization, now they won't have the time to go through your 100-line activity schedule or 200-line activity schedule. So what in that case, what we will do is, we will come to this project, we will say copy timeline, paste the timeline here, and then email it to them. In this one single timeline, you will get the entire data about the project. So that is what is the basic advantage of this timeline. Now we have seen the timeline also. Customizing the quick access toolbar. Okay, so we have seen this also. Okay, so committed topics are over. And now I would request the team to come up with any questions if you have, if you will. So we can discuss the questions. And if there are no questions, I will move on to the next topic. So any questions, anyone? And so far, or if anyone has missed any part of this session, I can repeat that also for that participant. Anything from those topics if is not clear. Let me share my screen again. Let me show these topics again. So once I would request everyone to just kindly go through these topics again and see if anything is, if any topic is not understood, like if there is any doubt in any topic out of these topics. Okay, fine. So fine, okay. So now what does the team want? Shall I move on to the next topic, or shall we like close the session for today? Or shall I move on to the next topic? What is the vision? Any questions in any topic so far discussed?
No, sir.
So any questions, anyone, we can discuss in today's topics.
No, sir. No question.
No questions, okay. Okay, then fine. So we'll close the session for today. And I keep the team informed about the next session then. In the next session, we will discuss about again some more advanced concepts. And meanwhile, the people who have attended the sessions today, I would request you to just, let me know, Pankaj Bish, okay, who all have attended the session today? Let me note down their names. Maybe Pankaj Bish. Let me stop the recording.